Right, young man. Well, here you know. Mrs. Lucas now is 5 months old. And he's a little boy. Good boy, aren't you? You're going to smile at the camera. Look, can they see you? Look. There's Lucas on there. Look, can you see Lucas on there? Hey? He's got his first 2 teeth. Hey? Aren't you? You're a good boy. You've got beautiful blue eyes, haven't you, Lucas? Hey? Haven't you? Grabs everything, don't you? Into everything, aren't you? Rolls over. Not far off from being crawling now and sitting up on his own. Yeah, you going to talk? You going to say hello? Hello? You going to say hello? Hey? What do you think? Should we do that? Hey? Yeah? Yeah, so he's grown up really fast. I can't believe he's 5 months old already. And the little new things that he does every day, don't we? Yeah, you're going to talk to the ladies and gentlemen and say hello? You're going to say hello to them? So he's got beautiful blue eyes, he really has. And he's a bit like his mum's hair was like this, very auburn. Wouldn't she? And your dad? Yeah, your dad's at work, isn't he, today? Isn't he? He's at work today. And Granddad's going to do some modelling. Nearly finished the Dreadnought, so that'll be out maybe Thursday. Before Thursday I'll do a final review. It's got a couple of little bits and pieces to do on it, and we're there on that. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to do an unboxing of a dragon kit that I seen on eBay that I'd never seen before. So I'll unbox that in a second. Just when Lucas is finished on my mat. What is it we're going to use? We're going to sit you here perfectly on here, aren't we, when we do some modelling, aren't we? Aren't we? Yeah. Modelling, yeah, we certainly are. What are you doing, young man? See him? Look. Got all that on there, look, is that you? Is that you? He's already chose his first model kit, haven't you, Lucas? And you're going to do a little Meng tiger, aren't you? When you're a big boy. Yeah? So, if I go and give you back to your mummy and I can do with some boxing, and then we can carry on, can't we? Yeah? What do you think? You're going to say wave bye-bye to the ladies and gentlemen? Are you going to wave bye-bye? Eh? Are you going to wave bye-bye? Oh, he's a clever boy. Right, we're back in a second, so I'll just go give him back to his mum, and we'll do the unboxing. Right, that's him back with his mum. So shall do an unboxing of this. I've never seen it before until I think I got it about 3 weeks ago, maybe a bit longer than that actually. Yeah, it was over 3 weeks ago, definitely, when I got it. But yeah, it's a dragon kit. I've never seen it before. It's this with the snowplough on the front. I've never seen that one before. Yeah, Tiger Kampfwagen 4 House B with Schneeraumer system Schmidt. It says it contains over 1,000 parts. For 14 or over. It's quite a bit of this box art, and that, the number is, dragon number is 6764, and I got this for about 39 quid. I couldn't believe it. I thought I'd put a bid in since it's unusual. Didn't think I'd win it, and I got it. And I've seen somebody trying to sell one. I don't know where it was from. Over 100 quid somebody wanted for it. So I don't know if that was over the top, but I was happy with the bargain that I got. Then I got a couple of the side shots of what we've got, and on the other side we've got some CAD drawings of other bits and pieces, the snowplough, and on the back we have lots and lots of little CAD drawings as well of all the bits and pieces that come with the kit, bit of PE and all that kind of stuff, metal barrels and brass shells, magic tracks. So we'll have a look inside the box, so let's have a gander. The second hand wasn't new, but it hasn't been touched. So we shall do this first. And as you can see, it's a typical old dragon kit with the dragon card. Got plenty in there, so we won't open these ones up, but we've got the magic tracks on there. And we have the metal barrel, 2 shells, some little clips, looks like a part for the end of the shovel, if you look on there, a bit there, wire for the tow rope, periscopes clear, the idler wheels, PE for the idler wheels, more PE, individual tyres so you can paint them before you attach them, which is a good idea, and PE again. So as you can see, it's quite a nice little kit to own. I was quite surprised when I won it, so we shall pop that back down there for now, and then we'll have to go through the box and see what we've got. See, I've just had a quick flick through. I haven't opened the box at all, so we'll go through it. Resealable bags. No, it isn't, so we'll have to do them. Typical, yeah, nice whole bathtub, plenty of detail on the outside and on the bottom, as you'd expect with dragon kits. And again, obviously you've got a lot of stuff to go on the outside of the return rollers and obviously all the wheels and blah blah blah, but the detail on that is really nice. Yeah, perfect one for doing if you're doing like a model show and a mirror underneath it to show the detail. Not that I have entered in any competition, so it really doesn't bother me. I may do next year. I may do Telford next year. We'll see how I get on. So yes, so that's the bathtub. We'll do the big sprues first, I think, and then we'll do the little sprues later on. Right, this one looks like for the mine plough. This looks like the mine plough. There's 2 sprues in here, and yeah, it's got Snowplough. Yeah, be careful we don't lose that part. Number 13. And again, typical dragon, nice detail. It's a fairly simple one to put together. It just says Snowplough 135. It's fairly simple. By looking at that, it doesn't look as if it's going to be difficult to put together. I don't know what this part is. This is just normal Panzer for stuff, I suppose. You've got gun mantlet, looks like starter handles, mantlet cover, little bits and bobs. And again with dragon, they're all nicely detailed, and there's no flash or anything like that, and the injection marks are at the back where you're not going to see them, all they're covered over. So it's fairly straightforward. And then this one here, again Panzer 4, which is Sprue F. It looks like we've got a turret basket in here as well. We've got the breech, other bits and pieces. You've got the canvas shell, you know, where the shell comes out of the main gun and catches it. It looks like slide moulded MG34. Yeah, it is. And some other bits and bobs on there, but all nicely detailed once again from Dragon. I don't have many Dragon kits. Recently there's been quite a lot of field for sale, and they've gone for a reasonable price. Some of them are ridiculous though, like the Tigers and things like that. So you see a slide moulded MG34 there. Just see underneath there. Let me see where we are. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's slide moulded anyhow, so that's a good. That's good. So I'll just be careful because I want to put this one back in, because with that loose part on the Snowplough, you don't want to lose it. Careful, that goes back in. You can hear my grandson in the background. He's downstairs with his mum now. Right, what we got here? We've got 3 sprues in this bag altogether. There's quite a few little bits and bobs in this bag. Main looks like running gear and sprockets and that kind of stuff. So let's put a new blade on this knife, I think, by the looks at this. Right, let's have a go. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got 2 identical sprues here, another 2 identical here as well. It's all running gear. Individual sprocket with nice detail on again, and I like how they've got the connection points actually on top of the teeth as well, instead of having to go inside. Got some really small parts in there as well, some kind of bolts and things. We've got another sprocket here. Obviously we've got 2 different versions, or you know, just from a sprue that goes in the box. And we've got return rollers with the name on the wheel on the top. I think it says Continental, I'm not too sure, but there again, it's got nice detail. Again, got the not one there. We've got another sprocket there, return roller. Idler wheel, but we've got those two separate in that plastic bag on the Dragon card. So I probably will be using them if that's the proper ones, or you would have thought. So that's two sprues exactly the same, and this is again we have. These are the road wheels. Obviously we got the the separate tyres to go onto the hubs as well, which is a nice idea. This is all like, we've got leaf spring suspension, we've got all the suspension parts. Again, all nicely detailed. Can't argue with that. I like the idea when you do the separate things, you paint them and put them on. You get a nice neat finish as well. So, yeah, so there's all the, and we've got the leaf springs there as well. It's nicely detailed again. So we'll put those back in this bag on top of there. That can go on top of there. That can go on top of there for now. And then we'll get another sprue out. We've got two sprues in here as well. We've got the engine deck and another engine deck. Again, a nice detail on the upper hull. We could do it a bit more texture, that's no problem. We've got the mantlet, not the mantlet, the glasses plate. Yeah, again, all nicely done. Really is nicely detailed again. Can't argue with that. And there's the louvers for the engine. Again, there's the transmission, the front transmission as well on there. It's all nicely detailed. So every single one so far has been flash free and whatever. I should have really checked on scale mates. I think I did, but I can't remember when the kit was released. I'll have a look on the box later on. Remind me. Again, so we've got nicely detailed stuff again, as you would expect from Dragon. And then we have another sprue. Again, we have a couple of parts that are the same, so there must be a difference in them somewhere along the line. But we'll see that when we get to the instructions. Obviously, there must have been another part in here. Must be another engine deck, but obviously we don't need that one. So we have all these nice detailed stuff again. Lots of parts, lots and lots of parts to put together. A longish build, I would have thought. Well, everything's a long build for me. But the detail is really nice again. Can't argue with the detail. So I'll just pop that back in there again. And then we have another large sprue bag. So we have two in here as well. We select turret stuff and fans for the engine cover at the back. So we'll do this one first, which seems to be separate. Which is a turret, which is nicely detailed. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Maybe a little bit of texture on it, but apart from that, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. No problem at all with that. Yeah. So, yeah, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. Well, there's a bit of flash in it, isn't it? It's a key part on it. Right. So, the first one here we have the fans for the engine deck. Let's cover again, looks like Pioneer tools. Oh, my little man's not happy. Engine covers, the back, got the bottom of the turret with a nice teeth again on there, all nicely detailed. Yep, can't argue with that, can't argue. Oh, what's the matter with him today? See, nicely detailed, all nicely done. Again, we've got the fans for the back. Again, yeah. Sorry about the noise. I can't shut my door at the moment. We've got that much crap in front of it. But, I'm sure he'll be fine in a minute. He'll be fine. Oh, he's having a cough. There you go. So nicely detailed. You can't expect anything else from Dragon, really, can you? You know. And we have the side skirts, the sponsons. Part of the barrel, that looks of it. Another MG, which isn't slide molded, but it's got a hole in the end. Lots of little bits and pieces on here, delicate little pieces on here. aerial, got the aerial by the looks of it. Again, more bits and bobs, so we've got the detail on both sides. So this is the sponsons on there, all these little tiny bits on there again, and again, and on the other side of the sponsons you've got underneath detail as well. Unless it, yeah, I'll do on there. Got more detail on both sides, which is nice to see. A lot of companies don't do that. Detail on the bottom and detail on the top. Just a second now, I'll pause it while I look after the little fella for 2 seconds. Back in a minute. Right, so we're back again. So let's just go in there. So it's alright, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Angela. Oh, that's nice, didn't realise that was in there. We've got the cupola, which is been done separately. Nice detail on that. Got the glass to go into there, well, the glass, the clear parts to go into there. That's a nice little touch. I like that. And then we got some more small details again. These are hatches and other bits and bobs. These are like periscope covers for the internal side of the commander's cupola. Again, all nicely detailed. Really is. It's going to be a long build, you would have thought, but some people say they're over-engineered. But you know, if you like a long build, then get a dragon kit, I suppose. I have no hassle with it. We have the transmission covers. We have other bits and bobs. Not too sure what they are. A couple of cogs there. I don't know what they're for. Again, all nicely detailed. Really nice. And another engine deck and some more bits and bobs on here again. That must be obviously which ones we'll use. It'll tell me on the. There's quite a bit of blue, so lots of spares for the spares box. Again, well, you can't argue with the quality. You can't. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, me and Steve went to Telford. We went on the Saturday, to go to the show on Saturday, and as we were coming off a roundabout, we hit something, and my tyre went bang, completely flat within seconds. Luckily, we were going fast, so I pulled into a little lay-by thing called the RSE. And time we got the RSE to come, they give us the like a spare tyre to go on the car. He took us to the nearest quick fit. Time we got the quick fit, got the tyre put on, it was 4 o'clock, so we didn't bother going that day, so we went the next day. We enjoyed the show, picked up a few bits and bobs. I'll show them on a video soon anyhow, but we enjoyed the show. It was good, it was nice to be back. It's the first time I've been back since 2018. So it was really nice to get there and see other people. Didn't meet anybody, unfortunately. We were supposed to meet Al Woods and Gav, but obviously what happened, we didn't get there, so we didn't meet them. So hopefully next year. Right, we'll carry on with this now. I've got some more glass parts here, so we'll keep them in the bag. We won't take them out of there. Okay, they're alright. That was free for the periscopes and other bits and bobs like lights. Like covers.
Pause it a minute. Pause a second, I'll move these out of the way. Do you need these?
No, I've nearly finished now, it's okay.
It's okay, I want to move them. Sure.
Oh, alright, so you're just going to pause too. Sorry for the distraction again. But yeah, so we've got the last pack of sprues. We have some more sponsons, and we have slide moulded eyes for the cables, which is a nice again, so we just have to put the cable in. I mean, slide moulded, see that. More sponsons again, both sides are detailed. There must be a difference between the one I've got on there and the other ones, but there again, nice detail again. We've got, looks like Pioneer tools. We've got the 2 lots of wire cutters, barrel cleaning rods, axe, shovel, sea shoes, fire extinguishers, jacks, other little bits and pieces, low-tech light. Yeah, so that's all nicely done. I like those fire extinguishers look nicely done. Again, very nice. And the detail, there's the jack as well. Got the jack, where we are. There we are, there's the jack in many pieces. And then some other small bits and bobs. And a Pioneer tool, which is nicely done as well. And again, flash free, nothing untoward anywhere. And whatever pin marks there are, they're either hidden or they're behind something, so you're not going to see them. And some last sprue, we have some jerry cans, some jerry can lids, a fuel cap on the back, more barrel cleaning rods, more like wire cutters, S-shoes, starter handles, more fire extinguishers, like a wrench. I think we've got plenty of wire cutters anyhow, so we'll probably want a few for the spares anyhow, but again, nicely done. Can't argue with the quality of this kit, is superb. I say I don't know how old it is, but I'll find out. If I don't remember one and put it on the video, I'll put it in the description below. So that's all the sprues. All delicately done. And then we have the famous Dragon Destructions, and I've just dropped the decals somewhere. I'll have to find them in a minute. Must be somewhere in there. So yeah, we got the destructions. You can see we've got the amount of blue we've got on there, so quite a bit of blue. Yeah, quite a bit of blue. Things that aren't going to be used. So plenty for the spares box. Oof. Straight away we're into the wheels and the sprockets, and it's the individual sprockets that we've got to build up. Yeah, they're all self-explanatory, a bit busy, you know, typical Dragon instructions, you have to read them thoroughly. Pamphlet, I don't like pamphlets to be honest, I much prefer a booklet, but there you go. It's quite busy looking, but you know, just take your time with it, make sure you read things properly before you attempt to put it together. We've got the wheels on there, which we won't put on at that time, obviously. We've got all these little tiny bits and bobs to go on the side suspension for the leaf springs, for return rollers. We've got F36, which sits inside the base of the hull. I don't know what that's for. Is that for the... we'll find out anyhow. So that, and then we're on to the next bit, number 7. Again, we've got lots of detail going on there. We've got the fans for the engine, little bits and bobs. Bloody hell, lots of things to drill out. We've got options between the two, I presume. And again, we're starting to add Pioneer tools, I leave to the end. We've got the lights to go on, which is a little bit of wire in there for them. Barrel cleaning rods, you've got sides for the aerial to go in if you wanted it. This part here, that's where the aerial should sit when it's not deployed. I think you'll see I've got lots of detail again, and then it's showing you a diagram on the bottom of how it's laid out on the thing. So right, then we're carrying on with the upper hull again, adding more Pioneer tools. Again, I won't be doing that, and building them all up again and putting them on the other side of a sponson. And yeah, we do have a bit of an internal on the turret, which is nice. So we've got the cupola, which is going to be a nice build, plenty of detail to go on there with all those clear parts as well. So build it open or closed, and then we have, yeah, that's what these little wheels are for the turret basket. Then we've got commander's seat and loader's seat, I presume, and then we're building up the main barrel in there again, and it's quite detailed in there. We've got the basket on the bottom, and yeah, it looks nicely detailed. And then we're going on the outside of the turret now, which again is highly detailed again. Plenty of detail to add to that. The cupola is obviously going on there, all the bits and pieces, and then we put it together. Got the mantlet going there with the gun breech, and then we got the lower hull with the lower turret with the what we see with the internal stuff. Again, we're building up the exhausts. A couple of things there we have to look out for. Obviously we've got different versions again, and then we've got the smoke discharges on the back and those little chains that hang off them. Looks like part of the exhaust. And then we've got the tracks. It says 108 tracks. I don't know if that's per side. Possible, I don't know, I'll have to check that. And you give me different layouts of how you want to put the tow cable. And then we're putting the snowplough together. So it's that's the easiest part of the kit, I would say. And then we've got jerry cans and little bits and bobs and how to put them, and then adding the snowplough to the end model. And that's it really. So it's quite a busy build, that looks like a typical dragon. Like I say, you'll have to make sure you read thoroughly, but there we are. Never goes back together, does it? Never goes back together how you want it. And we've got even the colour call out as such. It's got the typical German grey. We have unidentified unit. Both of them are. Oh no, I've got one of Panzer 4, Regiment 1, 1st Panzer Division 1940. That's without the snowplough, but I'll be doing one with the snowplough. Just says unidentified unit. Yeah, that's it. And the decals, so we only got the German Balkan on there, the German cross on the side and the back. That's it really. And that looks like a nice little build. I mean, long build, definitely a long build. Plenty of detail now, so we can't argue with the detail, and with the price I paid for it, I'm really happy. So that's the first time I've had a real good look at it. Yeah, so what a palaver on that Saturday. We're so looking forward to going on the Saturday and meeting up with people and then to get a blowout. What a day to do it. So, but we still went the next day, which we both enjoyed again. So I picked up a few bits and pieces, which I'll show you at some point. So once again, thank you very much for stopping in and viewing, and new subscribers, welcome, welcome. And if you notice, I started replying to a few things now, which is unusual for me, but thank you again for all the kind comments. And say the Dreadnought is 99.9% finished now. I've just got to add some other little bits and pieces, and then we'll have a final reveal of that, and then we'll do a video of the next build, which we're going to do after that main pole. So I'm thinking of also adding the build to Joachim and Marcus's group build, the heavy tanks. Heavy tank, I can't remember what it says, but it's like big guns and tank destroyers. So that gives you a hint of what I'm going to build. Now all I say it's Russian. So and pauses as well, but he's doing a different one to me. Slightly different, not massive difference, but yeah. So I'm probably going to enter that into that as well. So I'll do a entry video same time as I introduce the kit as well. So we're getting to ramble now, so thank you very much once again. And oh yeah, before I go, I have a friend who's selling his 135 stash because of his eyesight's failing, and he's gone on to 1/16. So there's quite a few sales. There's lots of Tamiya, AFV, Dragon, Italieri, some other bits and pieces. So if anybody's interested, I'll leave a link to I'll put his email there, and I'll put a the list on there as well in the description. So if anybody's interested, I'll give you his email, and you can email him and go from there. I've got the prices on there, so I got a good price there. I bought one off him when I was down there. Meant to meet him on the Saturday, but luckily he was part of the show, so he was there on the Sunday, and I got the AFV Valentine Mark 1. Good price, 25 quid. I can't argue with that. I think it retails about 38 to 40 quid, so you can't argue with 25. And it's brand new, never been opened. So yeah, so I'll leave that in the description below if anybody wants to have a look at the list and contact him and go from there. The nice guy is called Phil. He's a nice lad, nice gentleman. I met him when we were there on the Sunday. So this is Greg signing off, and we'll catch you very, very soon with an unveiling of the 135 scale Dreadnought. So catch you soon.